Good evening, fellow seekers of happiness. Tonight we're going to start a new topic, which apparently gets searched for quite a lot on Google, and that is how to be happy alone. And by that, I presume that means, well, it can mean one of at least two things. One would be that you would like a partner, but you realize that it's probably never going to happen for various reasons, or that you had a partner and that relationship came to an end and you're trying to reconcile yourself to that. So, I want to start with see, there's a lot of pressure. It's like certain family holidays in various cultures where there's a lot of pressure for the day to be perfect. In England and America, it's Christmas, but I'm pretty sure that, like, for example, there's the equivalent of Thanksgiving in Korea called Chuseok, where there are certain traditions which are supposed to be met, and 50% of the population are not always happy with them. I knew this firsthand because I received heard many complaints. The point is this, that we are pressurized from a fairly early age into thinking that the only way that we can feel fulfilled is to have a partner. And that just is not the case. So I'm going to be very, very simplistic here and say, I'm going to use percents. So for every 100 people, and these figures, especially with 8 billion people on the planet, are probably now wildly out, but I'm going to just say there are 10% and 10% and 10% and 10%. So at one end of the spectrum of your 100 people, you've got 10% of people who they're totally unsuited to having any kind of partner ever. They are just sociopathic or whatever. They're not going to make decent partners. Partner, by comparison, means that there's a certain amount of compromise necessary, but you get together in order to fulfill certain goals. And those goals may be anything from simply being there to support each other and provide a loving, supporting environment, all the way to building a family dynasty. It could be that you get together for political reasons. You could get together in order to produce children. These things vary by culture. And in not all cultures is love expected to play a part. But it is expected that the two people will get along with each other. So one end of the spectrum, you've got those people who are never going to play nice with anybody. They're only in this for themselves, and they make terrible partners. They don't even make good companions for themselves, really. And then at the other end, you've got utterly needy people who feel that they cannot exist without somebody to cling to. They'll pick anybody. They make some very bad choices. They make some very good choices. It's down to luck. But they'll take anybody that they can. And then you got like 80%. And they start with the terrible people and the people who definitely need somebody. And as you get towards the middle sort of 20%, between 40 and 60%, there are those people, shades of, they probably would be better off by themselves, but they're okay, they're adaptable. And here people who are a little bit able to be by themselves, down to the fairly self-sufficient, balanced people in the middle. Now, the quote I want to sort of lead with is this: it's better to be on your own than to be with the wrong person. So I've got a funny feeling this is going to go on for about 3 or 4 episodes, and we're nearly at 5 minutes right now. So I'm going to sort of draw a line there and say you're better to be on your own than with the wrong person. And finding somebody who is right for you it could be easier. And it's down to being a good fit. And I might even go back to the Briggs-Myers test. But anyway, it should, with 8 billion people on the planet, be relatively easy, you would think, wouldn't you? So tomorrow we're going to look at some of the myths, like, well, we'll look at the myths tomorrow, shall we? Okay, so here's to your greater happiness. If you think that there's going to be some merit in this mini series of partners, then like this video, tell the algorithm that. At some point during this, I'll tell you why it is I feel I'm more than qualified to have an opinion on this. Okay. Good night.